Hey Cactus crew, how you guys going? Thanks for tuning in. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Bill. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm just going to be going over an old Instagram post of Without a Crystal Balls from January 2021, where she goes through how her son is tube fed. Katie opens the door. I like to walk on through. Give this video a like, comment below, let me know what you think, share it, and please do consider subscribing. You can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and X at It's Crystal Bill. Everything is my own opinion. His Instagram post, January 25, 2021, about her son's feeding tube. Many have asked how we feed our son. V has a feeding tube due to issues with swallowing and digestion. As I've said in previous videos, I also have gastroparesis, which is what V has. He also has dysphagia due to lack of motor skills, which most prem children have. And that's what is in my case as well. It takes a patient mother to sit there and help your child learn to eat. Katie doesn't have that. She doesn't have patience because she is in active addiction. Her child is not her priority. Plus, she doesn't care enough for her child. The feeding tube is for Katie. And there's a few things I want to point out. But first, read this post. Many have asked how we feed our son. V has a feeding tube due to issues with swallowing and digestion. He's been tube fed for 5 years and will likely have his tube for life. Each morning, we prepare his meds and mix his formula with water and a med for his GI tract. He is fed via tube 3 times a day. And that's already a red flag because if he has gastroparesis, small portions, multiple times throughout the day, rather than breakfast, lunch, dinner, taking one huge meal at once. Katie has said her son's lips used to turn blue and she would have to vent him. And I feel like she is doing what's best for her, not him. The formula he is given is called Kate Farms. Kate Farms is a plant-based formula. There's a video, I'll link it in the description and the pinned comment. Mama knows best, but she doesn't know best. Katie goes through how she takes her son off the vitamin-rich complete formula that a toddler needs to grow strong, takes him off that, puts him on this broth. 3 ingredients, no nutrients. You know why? Because Katie says so. Because Katie's convinced herself that 3 months after her son gets on the feeding tube, she is an expert. She's on Facebook doing lives. She's a tubey mum. She's just living in her own delusional world where every new diagnosis that her child gets, she becomes the expert. Each feeding, we bolus the formula through gravity. Some people with feeding tubes use pumps. We used to before his heart surgery. Now everything is via a 60 ml syringe and gravity fed over 10 to 15 minutes. While he's fed, he plays games on his iPad, or we watch videos on YouTube together. He loves getting his, E.T. quote fingers, food by a tummy. He says that his tummy always feels warm and full when we are done. And notice where the quotations are put. Around food by a tummy, but not around what her son allegedly says. That's not what her son says. Her son doesn't talk to her. Her son doesn't interact with her. Her son ignores her because there's always a phone in his face recording. Feeding tubes are not scary or weird. We love our tube because it's your son's feeding tube, not your little prop to play show and tell. Because I'll let you know, your show and tell is evidence of child abuse. We love our tube because it's helped V grow, thrive, and enjoy life. If you ever see someone out in public being fed by a tube, please try not to stare or gawk. Instead, say hi or wave hello. Common questions we get from people. Does he eat anything orally? Yes, only for pleasure, not for nutrition. Eating some by mouth gives his oral muscles a workout and also helps him enjoy some foods. But Katie, when he has gastroparesis, that means his body can't digest certain foods. He's still eating gluten. He's still eating processed food. He's still eating high sugar. This is all stuff that he is going to have to work harder to digest. I don't think you understand. Because in order to understand, you have to care about your son to figure it out. And you don't care about your son. You only care about Katie Joy. How long will he have a tube? We don't know, most likely for life, due to his specific disabilities and health issues. No, no, no. You've robbed your son of one of the pleasures in life, enjoying food orally, which he is fully capable of. You just do not have the patience, you don't have the time, you don't care enough. Your child is a premature child. They're more clingy, they're more needy. They need time and patience to develop at their own rate. How do I know this? I was born premature. Does your son ask about food? Very rarely. No, he does. He does. They eat in front of him and he asks about it. She flip-flops because she's a leaf. Depends what kind of sale pitch she's selling on that day. Does he have pain from his G-tube button? No, after he recovered from surgery, he has no pain at his stoma site at all. No, it doesn't say that. He has no pain at all at his stoma site. Okay, like you don't know how to write because there's no emotion there and it's all mumble jumble because you don't know. She took him off the formula, which was a complete nutrition, vitamin-rich diet for a growing child. These are the biggest intolerance symptoms that happen in children that have G-tubes. The formula is going in too fast. When your child is new to tube feeding, feeding should be started and advanced at a slow rate. This allows your child's GI tract to adjust to the formula and method of delivery. Bolus feeding should be reserved for tube feeders that have demonstrated tolerance to a continuous method of feeding. Katie's son has shown intolerance multiple times to being bolus fed. Lips turning blue, unable to breathe. He can't stomach how quickly she wants him to be fed, and she wants him to take the whole meal at once, not small portions throughout the day. She doesn't have the time.
I've never done a live video on this page, but I figured since we just started Real Food Blends, I wanted to show you this is what we're doing. Eat about 1.5 cups of volume for his tummy. So, and he's been able to tolerate that amount so far. So, thus far we've been really happy. His reflux is better. His ability to tolerate the feeds is better. He's not breathing as heavy. Our biggest issue was his inability to actually breathe and play. Yesterday he was able to breathe, play, not have to be vented. His lips didn't turn blue. And then this morning, probably TMI, but he actually had a poop that looked like normal poop.
The next one, the formula is the wrong temperature. This takes time, this takes patience, this takes preparation, all of which Katie does not do because her son is not her priority. Her addiction, her alcohol abuse, her substance abuse, her internet addiction is priority over her son. This is a narcissistic mum we are talking about. No emotional connection to her son. She doesn't feel anything when he is harmed. We've seen that. We've seen that with our own eyes. He's in the correct position. It's all about not letting it build up to a point where he can't breathe, where his lips are turning blue. She's got him laying down. The volume of the formula is too large. She just went and switched it straight up rather than thinking, maybe I should give him smaller portions. Maybe I should work harder. Formula spoiled, contaminated during preparation is a big deal. Do you think that Katie is washing her hands before preparing her son's feed? Wash hands and dry hands prior to preparing feeding or touching the feeding tube. Avoid touching any part of the feeding tube that will come in contact with the formula. Even just keeping a log of every feed and how he tolerated it. There's not that. You see in the Mama Knows Best when she's making the formula, she's not even measuring out how much water she's put in there. It's just like, boom, tap water. Huh? Incorrect patient positioning during and after feeding. This is important, and after, because she sends him off to play as soon as he's finished. Elevate patient's head 30 degrees, the semi-failures position. Keep your child in a raised position for at least 1 hour after feeding. They put him straight to bed. What are you doing, Katie Joy?